What's up guys, it's Missy. I'm back with another SimCity Build video. Today we're going to be doing a high-level contest emitters walkthrough for City Lala. For those of you guys who haven't yet seen it, I highly recommend that you watch the order of rotation video that's going up right now. It will definitely better explain and help the high-level players understand which assignments they should be rotating and in what order. Okay, now before you are able to understand the order of rotation, you have to first understand the assignments. For example, the order of rotation document is that you rotate your highest main tasks that have the best opportunities, right? Starting with premiums, if possible, meaning highest opportunity. So I'm going to fix that the way that it's worded on the top of that. For example, it says highest main premium, but honestly, it's your highest task that's of main task value with the best opportunity and best value possibility. For example, if you have a epic for 2400 and a 2000 VU, you're going to pick the epic for 2400 because it's 400 points higher, it's main task, it's your first obvious choice. It's not premium. It's considered a non-premium assignment. But because it's at its highest point, we would rotate that first. And I just wanted to clarify what that means. Okay, so before you guys are able to understand, like I said, the order of rotation, you have to understand which assignments are premium, which ones are non-premium, which ones are rotatable, which ones are main. I have a contest emitters guide, and on that guide, anything that is marked with a P is considered premium. Premium is a task that can be worth up to 3,000 points. Non-premium assignments are tasks that cannot be worth up to 3,000 points. They usually cap out at between 1,800 and 2,400. So knowing their max values is definitely very helpful. Every single task has a different algorithm. What that means is the rate that it comes back. The way that I've measured algorithm is low, medium, and high. If something has a low algorithm and you rotate it, it usually does not come back at all. If it, maybe one time during the whole contest. Medium, which would mean it can pop up maybe 6 to 7 times in one round of CoM, and then high is where it's just literally always in your list, and that would be something like monster, coins, keys, and repair. Okay, that being said, the way that the document is, the order of rotation for high-level players is to rotate your highest main task with best value possibility and best opportunity. Then you move to your highest premium, okay, with best algorithm, meaning the one with the highest algorithm and the best premium. Then, after all your highest rotatable premiums, rotatable meaning under 2,000 points, main tasks are 2,000 points or higher, you move to your rotatables. For example, if you have a 1,500 ornaments task that's non-premium and a 1,000 VU, the 1,000 VU would be done before the ornaments, even though the ornaments are 500 points higher, because the VU can be worth up to 3,000 points and has a higher likelihood of returning with a higher value. It only makes sense to rotate that first to bring in more main tasks. If you rotate the ornaments, you have 0 chance of that VU coming in because it's still in the bottom of your list. Okay? So we're going to practice the order of rotation. Each week, what you guys should be doing is breaking down your list into 2 categories. One being premium and non-premium. This will give you practice so you can start to memorize which tasks are actually premium and which ones are not. If you're a low-level player, you should not be watching this video because the advice is literally backwards for low-level players. Shop productions are non-premium tasks for high-level players. The only factory production that is a premium is electrical. Okay? So a main task, like I said, is a task that's worth 2,000 points or higher. She has a main premium, which would be the leaf simoleons, that has a decent algorithm on it, so I would say about medium. That being said, we want to be careful opening HQs up if we only have one HQ. right? Because if we get that HQ task in the streaks, we won't be able to do it if it expires. Now, she does have that export HQ rows. That is also a premium at main task value. The export HQ is 400 points lower, and the coins task is what would actually need done first. Okay, so she would open up her Green Valley. She would do the coins task for the leaf. That would be her first obvious choice. But let's finish up with her task assessment. She has a 1920 on hammers. That is rotatable value. It's below 2,000 points, and it's a non-premium assignment. She should have marked these premium and non-premium, and she didn't. She has a no-touch coins and a no-touch monster. Both of those are non-premium. The non-premium plastic at rotatable value. She has a premium rotatable Sunny, premium rotatable Tokyo, and a premium rotatable VU. A no-touch /R non-premium shop production, no-touch /R non-premium on the Epic, and the design challenge. Now, the reason these are marked no-touch is because there's really, honestly, never a point where you're going to reach that low on your list as a high-level player. There's usually always something better to work with, so we mark those no-touch. Okay, the first obvious choice, this was a mistake. She should have went with the Leaf Simoleons for 26. We talked about that. And then she gets a 1,600 on keys. Now, this is a non-premium at rotatable value. You guys really do need to practice that, because if you don't know which ones are premium, non-premium, and everything, you're going to be in a world of hurt. All right. Now she does the 2,600 on the Leaf Simoleons, and she gets a 2,400 non-premium Paris. Now, even though this is non-premium, it is of main task value, right? So it is the highest in the list, the best opportunity. That would be her next obvious choice. Now she gets a premium London, 3,000, next choice. She has a 1950 non-premium low to medium algorithm on the coins. Kind of depends. It's a hit and miss. So what she would move next to is her highest premium. Okay? Highest premium. She could do the hammers because they are really close to main task value. She could do the Neo Simoleons because they are really close. I mean, 50 points, I would have went with the Neo Simoleons in hopes to see it not come back. Technically, it is at rotatable value, but we're literally talking about 50 points. So I would have went with the Neo Simoleons. Or even, I mean, the hammers too, technically, but I would have went with the Neo Simoleons in hopes that they don't continue to come back, and that if they do, that they come back in with a lower value, because she's going to have to do it anyway. If she had hammers prepped, then I can understand why she would do that. Now she gets that Omega for 3,000, which is great. Rare War card for 3,000, that's main task premium. Now she gets a premium main electrical, but the problem with this assignment is, yeah, technically it's one round, right? It is very early in the contest, but the issue is that it's going to create a lot of downtime for her. But if you don't remember, she had them prepped at the beginning. So if she has enough and has them all prepped, then yes, electrical would be the next choice, because it's so long before streaks begin. We can't let it sit that long. Okay, now she gets barbecues for 2,000. So that would be her next choice. Now she gets a non-premium regular residential for 1,600. The Neo Simoleons would now become the next choice. Now she gets an 1,800 on a shop production. Now at this point, we are too far below. We're in rotatable value. 50 points is one thing, but now this is too far. So we would go down to here, and of our premium rotatables, we start with the one with the best algorithm and best opportunity. That would actually be either the regional upgrade or the VU. Now, VU is a hit and miss, okay? So I would start with the regional Sunny. So she does that. All right. Now she gets a main Paris. Does that. Main delivery to London. Main premium war card upgrade. Okay. Non-premium rotatable text. So 1800, 1800. Those are rotatable values. We still have 2 premiums down here that need rotated first. Of these 2, VU has a better algorithm rate, right? So it's kind of preference. Really, I would go with the VU, but if you went with the airport, it's not necessarily the worst thing. Like I said, VU can be a hit and miss. You can either get it to come back worth a lot and it comes back, really frequently, or it comes back in with a low value. Right now, I haven't seen any signs of reverse rotation, and VU is usually pretty good when it's not in reverse rotation, obviously. So I would have went with VU. Okay. Now she gets a 1600 Lime. Now this is technically a premium at rotatable value. If she has that shipping dock still open, now would be the time to get that damn thing done. She went with a non-premium candy cane. Now, if, let's say that she didn't want to do the limestone, she still has that 1,000 point upgrade at the bottom that needed done before the candy canes. What you don't want to do is you don't want to panic when you rotate your couple of premiums for 1,000 points at the bottom. You want to get them all rotated, okay? Even if you think, oh, my average has dropped a little bit, it's okay. You need to get these rotated first. As long as they're not coming back in for 1,000 points, you need to continue rotating them. Don't worry about your average when you're rotating them and they're not coming in for a low value. So that was a mistake. Now she gets a 1800 on the Neo-Simoleons. So she does need to do that Tokyo, okay? Now she gets an 1800 cargo. So let's go back through and look. She has an 1800 cargo non-premium, rotatable. Neo-Simoleons, she's done this 2 times. This would be under the history of your assignments in Contest of Mayor's Math. She has a premium limestones, limestones, for 1600. 1800 non-premium techs with downtime. 1600 non-premium regular residential. 1560 on plastic, decent opportunity, right? So it comes down to if she can do the limestone, the lime. Now, if she can't do the lime, I don't know why I keep calling it limestone. If she can't do the lime, then plastic is non-premium, rotatable, good opportunity, but cargo hasn't been in here that I've noticed. So she would either go with the cargo because she's already done Neo-Simoleons once. It doesn't make sense to rotate it again anytime soon. That being said, the cargo 800 points, 1800 points, that would be what I would do if she can't do the lime cliff. Now she does text. Now my guess is that they were prepped and that's why she did them. I would not have done these because of the fact that she has so many other options right now that don't risk having downtime later. For example, she could easily get through all this and not have to touch those texts for the duration of the entire contest. Now she's opened up the possibility of them coming back worth more or in the streaks, which is not good. 2,000 VU, 3,000 Tokyo building. Good thing she rotated that 1,000 Tokyo, remember? 3,000 VU, remember? She rotated the 1,000 VU, so it's good that she did that. Now here's this export HQ again for 26, 20, 25. This will be the second time it is premium. At this value, it does need done. However, I don't know how many HQs that she has still open. If she only has one open, it would not be advised that she do it, because if she does it, by the time she gets to streaks, if it comes back in the streaks, it's going to be closed. She's not going to be able to do it. She can go and check the timer, though, on all of her other HQs. When you click on the piggy bank, it'll tell you when the piggy banks expire. That is when your next regional shipment will be available. If she has a regional shipment coming in before she has to start streaks, then she would be able to do this assignment. But if not, she's going to have to leave it sit for the duration of the contest. That means that cargo would be her next choice. But she did that. Okay, she must have been able to. She got Omega, Green Valley for 2,000, 2,400 Paris, 3,000 VU, 2,000 Omega, 2,000 VU, 3,000 Green Valley. Now she gets a, can't tell if that's 1,100 or 1,700. 1,700 on minerals. That was a good placement, good doorway. I would probably just go with the minerals over the cargo. Now she does cargo. Okay, now she got VU. 1,800 on the non-premium lime. Now here, this task has a really low algorithm rate. That being said, it is honestly the better of the options. So remember when I said after all of your low premiums are rotated in, you're going to rotate in your highest non-premium with the best value possibility and lowest algorithm rate. That has a very low algorithm rate. So it also has good opportunity, so I would go with that. Now she's got wood, plastic, minerals, and the Neo-Simoleons. The Neo-Simoleons is only 100 points higher, and it's already been there once. So minerals would be the next choice. 2,250 on horses, that's a main task. That becomes the next choice. 2,000 Paris, main task. Now here we have a non-premium, very long shop production. Okay, this thing takes forever. That being said, I would go with the plastic over this any day. Plastic wood, because the plastic's been sitting longer than the wood and is slightly higher, I would have went with the plastics unless she can do the lime coins that she hasn't done yet. So she does these. I wouldn't have done these yet because they've already come back in once, and usually when they do that, they keep coming back. She got the Omega 3,000, Green Valley 3,000, 2,000 London, 2,000 VU. So you see a repeat of the premiums. This is ideally what you want to do is do your main premiums, your low premiums. If you don't have any more main premiums, then you do your highest non-premium with the lowest chance of returning. Hopefully by then you've got more main premiums. Main high premium, main premium. Now here we have a secure, non-premium, high downtime, low opportunity, high risk feed that is right before the streaks. There makes no sense to touch that, right? So plastic, doesn't make sense to do the lime before the streaks because it's probably going to come back in the streaks. All right, so plastic would have been what I did. She went ahead and started the repair. This was a mistake because she doesn't have electrical secured. She doesn't have, I don't think she has glass. That being said, she should have continued on rotating some things just to make sure, to see if she could get, even if she could get the regional HQ, a couple more coins, tasks, maybe high factory productions, anything that's going to cause a lot of downtime. Now, granted, she does have 4 days, so there is that. But still, it's better to try to secure those. She does the 3,000 BU, 28 on drills. Now she gets those damn techs. Now, if she hadn't rotated those techs, she'd have been fine. Like I said, She should have rotated something else over those textiles. Okay, she gets an 8,000 bonus, flower, holly. Now I also want you guys to pay attention to the time frame. You know, she's done all this in like 2 days. Not even 2 days, really. A lot of people are like, oh my God, they went up 100,000 points in a day. It's not that unheard of. It can happen legitimately as long as there is no factory productions to cause a lot of downtime. As long as you are prepared, you have a good club and you're using tokens, you immediately go from one assignment to the next. Speed is everything. It is absolutely essential that you move as quickly as possible, as efficiently as possible. She's got a 3,000 Paris, 8,000 bonus, 1,800 seeds, 2,300 on pizza, 3,000 Omega, 2,000 Paris, 8,000 bonus, 2,000 lime, 2,800 lawn mowers, 2,000 VU, 2,000 London, 8,000 bonus. There's that complete rows. 1,400 on chairs, 1,800 on coconuts, 1,600 on gnomes, 8,000 bonus, 3,000 Tokyo, 3,000 Tokyo, 2,000 green, 2,000 Omega, 1,500 on Neo-Simoleons, 8,000 bonus, 191. She still had tickets, and she did very well. Now, what I wanted you guys to pay attention to was if you go back through and you watch all of her tasks, how many of you guys get that many premiums, that many high premiums every week? You don't, because you're not rotating them, right? Now, let's go back to the beginning of her week, and let's play like most people play. They would have rotated all of the higher tasks that weren't like, once they got rotatable value, so like 1,500 on, let's say, ornaments, or 1,500 on lawn mowers or something. They would have rotated that before the 1,000 VU, before the 1,000 regional. And then there would have been zero possibility of those coming in, again, because they're in your list at the bottom. Now, how many times have you guys snagged up one of those 1,000 point tasks and got a 3,000 point task in return, right? That's a game trying to level you out. You absolutely, if you follow this order of rotation, saying you're not in reverse rotation, you will have the same exact outcome that she had. Pretty much every single person that follows this method ends on top. They end up at about 200 or more thousand. Now you got to remember, she didn't even finish tickets. So think about it, right? Try to really pay attention to what you know about each assignment. Premium, non-premium, main, first rotatable. Once you're on your rotatables, right? You go with the highest premium, with the best algorithm. When all of your premiums are done, then you move to your low algorithm, highest non-premiums. Okay? If a non-premium has a high algorithm, for example, let's say you had a 1,500 monster. That is a no-touch task, right? You have a 1,500, or let's say you had a 1,600 epic versus a 1,410 regional factory production. Well, the epic has a higher algorithm rate. Now, we want something that's probably not going to come back at all, so we're going to sacrifice that whopping 100 and something points to have a better likelihood of that task not returning, whereas an epic would just continue to come back. But if the epic was of higher value and we had more maps that we could deal with, then maybe. But it also depends on how close you are to streaks, because you don't want to fail those on a downtime either. So there are a lot of things to consider. You guys just pay very close attention. But more importantly, you're not even going to be able to know what to pick until you can learn what assignments do what. What assignments have a likelihood of coming back, what assignments are premium, what their value, their max value possibilities are, and all of that is in the Contest Mayor's Guide, okay? The links are going to be in the video description below, so make sure that you check those out. You can join us on Facebook at SimCity Build at MissyAnneTTVYT, and you can also hit me up on Facebook for any help, but you will need to submit all your choices in order, just like she did in a Google shareable album. I have videos that show how to set up a Google shareable album, and make sure that you guys do your screenshots after you select the task so I know which one you chose. Okay?